Yo, what's up, Phantom Force? Welcome to another episode of Pokemon Day. Happy Pokemon Day, everybody. Thank you guys for being here for this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash that noti bell down below if you've been enjoying these videos. This one is going to be about Pokemon Unite. So Suicune is coming on March 1st, which is in a couple days here, half a week, and it's going to be so sick. It's an all-arounder, but first I wanted to let you guys know about the Platinum Suicune Boost Emblem. You just use gift code POKEDAY25. You can get the free Suicune emblem. These are huge extra damage, utility, whatever it's going to end up being. It's probably going to be a blue, probably blue-white if I had to guess. But use the Suicune emblem. Very cool. So Suicune's going to be an all-arounder. It's going to be coming on March 1st. We have in April, we have Raichu and no release date for Alchemy yet. We're going to do some videos, and I'll link the videos for the actual content creators that made those videos in the description down below for Suicune's abilities, because they had a different language, so probably Japanese Pokemon Unite version that already has Suicune in it, or maybe a tester account kind of thing. So we're going to go check out Suicune's abilities, and then we're going to do some theorizing for Raichu and for Alchemy. So we go on to this one. So this is Chris Heroes playing Suicune. You can see the basic abilities. We have a very detailed breakdown of the Unite move later on. But for here, so again, this is 1.5 speed. So this is going to be a bit slower in game. Suicune is a special attacking all-arounder. It's got Water Pulse, Avalanche as its basic abilities. Looks like it gives a soft push. And then its Unite move is going to actually freeze. I don't know if Avalanche is going to. It looks like it gives a debuff and then crashes on the final hit. Very cool. If we speed this up, we can see when the moves level up what it turns into. So Surf or Whirlpool. Looks like Chris Heroes is going to be picking Whirlpool. What happens when Whirlpool comes down? So it looks like it pushes it in on the second tick. First tick did some damage. Second tick pushed them towards the middle. It looks like it's going to be an all-arounder that plays a bit more like a defender or supporter, where they have a lot of utility added on to their moves, or maybe similar to how Delphox pulls things in, but a little bit less effective there. See, there's still a push on that Surf. Ooh, so Surf gives an added push, just like the original ability had. So those are your two options out of bringing things to the center or pushing. What do we get instead of Avalanche? It looks like the first option for Avalanche is going to be Ice Beam. The other one's Icy Wind. So you have a push or a circular pull, and then Ice Beam looks like you can spam it. So little baby hits, and then you can spam, and it looks like it builds up freeze. So with enough hits of the Ice Beam, it's going to freeze. Very cool. So you got push or pull into a center, and you've got a freeze effect. What else other than Ice Beam? We've got Icy Wind now. So Icy Wind is going to put down little ice spikes. I wonder if they work like Crustle, where it's going to actually wall them off. So lots of utility here. Very supporter defender setup, but if it's also going to do a lot of damage, which usually they do when they first release because they want these to be strong, then I imagine this thing is going to be able to support itself and deal the big damage out. So that's very cool. Let's get a full breakdown from Phantomxxu, and I'll link these in the description again, but here's the Unite move. Suicune, and I'm blocking some of it. Sorry about that, but I'll read it for you guys. Suicune can use its Unite move while being stunned. It's like having its personal full heal on the Unite move. So let's go check past this. So we use the Unite move, and it's a bunch of ice spikes, and it looks like it can be used like 3 times in a row. So Suicune creates ice spikes that freeze all opponents in the area. Very cool. So it hits all of them and freezes them. Looks like it combos with Ice Beam probably pretty well, because if the freeze hasn't built up all the way, you can Ice Beam. Suicune can freeze opponents who have hindrance resist and cannot freeze opponents that have hindrance resist and unstoppable shields. So Blastoise is good rapid spinning right there, it looks like. Totally safe. Yep. And then what we get pushed, when Suicune gets stunned, like during this push, he can easily free himself by activating that Unite move. So it un-CCs him, and it breaks through most things. So we're going to see what happens by the most in a second here, though. So we go ahead, we get pushed, and then we can break through it by using the Unite move, even while being pushed. However, not all stuns can be avoided by Suicune, so I did some Unite move interaction tests. So when you go ahead and get pushed in by another Unite move, some of the residual effects happen. So you can't counter Gardevoir's Unite move. We're going to see what happens with Darkrai's Unite move too. There we go against... We get broke out of Espeons, however. Yep, we're getting pushed by Machamp, and we break through the push from Machamp. And then we get Unite moved by this, and we are totally fine. Yep, totally fine. We get knocked up by Urshifu, and we immediately push back down onto the ground. Yep. And then we get stunned and immediately unstunned. So it looks like Gardevoir is more the exception as opposed to the rule. With Darkrai, half of the effect stays. So we get trapped in the midnight area and we're asleep. We wake up and our screen becomes half uncleared, like midway between dark and not darkness, but we are still in there slightly, but we're not asleep now. So that's nice. So it breaks through most things, it looks like. So you've got like a push or pull, you've got a freeze or a terrain creator, and you've got a freeze, AoE freeze, huge area, plus breaking out of CC. So Suicune's going to be huge. Very excited about that. I'm going to play some Suicune when it drops in a couple days. I do have the coins already ready to go for that. So I'm excited to play some Suicune. My wife and I play some Unite with my buddy Ben. I've been maining Cinderace, but I've been looking for some more defensive options, some utility options, some support options, because I know Cinderace isn't that good, but I am kind of a Cinderace one trick. We hit Masters tier with Cinderace. We push up, every season-ish a little bit, but however much we end up doing. But yeah, I'm going to play a lot of Suicune. So on to Alcremie. So we're skipping Raichu because I haven't found anything from anyone else. I'm right. No, let's not skip Raichu. So what I think Raichu is going to end up being is I think Raichu is going to end up being an attacker. If I had to guess, we have an all-arounder. We have what I think is going to be a supporter, but could be a defender. In Alcremie, it could be, but likely is going to be a supporter. And we look at that because of its special ability. So Raichu is probably going to be an attacker because of that. We need another Pokemon in the mix, and I imagine that Raichu is not going to... Oh, it could be a speedster. I could see it being a speedster. So we're going to call Raichu as either special attacking speedster, which would be cool. We could get another Gengar in the mix. That'd be kind of nice. So maybe mid-range speedster, but I imagine it's probably going to be another attacker. So on to Alcremie, because I did find someone else. Alcremie has a special move, Decorate, which heals your ally, which is why I think it's going to be a supporter. However, we see Umbreon with Wish, so it could be more of an Umbreon. We do see the stat breakdown for Alcremie tends to be defensive in actual Pokemon. So I think, and also this person thinks it's going to be a supporter. I have seen online people, I think in the defensive stats do lead to defender. I honestly don't think it matters whether or not it's defender or supporter. It's going to play the same role, which is going to be a healer spec Pokemon. And then the other moves that this person is theorizing that it has is Aroma Mist could turn into Decorate or Aromatherapy. So Decorate's the healing move, or it could shield a Pokemon. And then Aromatherapy makes a protective aura around the user. Allies in the aura receive a shield that grows bigger as long as they stay in the area. Could be cool. So a very defensively buffing Pokemon, very tanky, could be sick. I agree with this person. I think it could very much be like this. This is a fake fanfic, by the way. This one's not a leak, but I think it's very valid. The other thing coming to Unite is going to be this 500 battle. So on first watch, I was thinking this isn't going to be too huge. Games don't get up there that often anyway. But what I do think will change is maybe all-arounders are going to be a bit worse that use those stacking like attack weight items or the cookie, Aeos cookie, because you're only getting to 500. So those games that do get into high scoring points aren't really going to give you as much time to stack up your cookie or your attack weight or your specs, for example. Sorry, wise glasses. So I think that this could make games a bit shorter. Games don't often get crazy above 500 anyway, so I think games will still get to like 8 minutes. But I think what this is going to do is you're not ever really going to be able to kill Zapdos or Rayquaza, because if you ever go for it, someone's going to sneak that 100 pointer at the end of the game, and they'll just win instantly from there. So I think what will happen is either the usage of all-arounders will go down, or those stacking items will go down, and or And then also, we probably won't be fighting for Zapdos or Rayquaza at the end. We'll be defending our bases, actually. So this could make it for a more healthy metagame, because at the end, instead of your team wiping on Rayquaza or Zapdos and then you lose the game when you were ahead by like a few hundred points, that probably won't happen anymore. So the better team is likely going to win during this event. If this is going to be the ranked mode, it could just be a for fun mode, then who cares? But those are my predictions on whether or not the 500 is going to affect the game at all. I hope you guys like this video. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the noti bell. On the bottom left down there, you are going to see a video for more of these Pokemon Day game breakdowns. Also, we have our playlist for one of my Nuzlocke series right above me right here. If you want to check that out, I appreciate you guys being here for just this video, though. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.